Picture this: Einstein standing face-to-face with a high-resolution 3D brain scan. On one side, the ultimate symbol of intuitive genius. On the other, the cold precision of modern neuroscience. Now imagine if they could battle it out. Idea versus idea. Who truly understands how the mind works? The physicist who visualized the universe while playing the violin, or today's scientists who map thoughts like constellations of neurons. This isn't just a comparison. It's a showdown between human intuition and neural calculation. Today, we dive deep into Einstein's mind versus modern neuroscience. Who wins? Brace yourself, because in this clash between wonder and data, you might discover the most surprising truths about your own mind. Einstein didn't just solve problems. He saw the universe in pictures before putting it into equations. While others memorized formulas, he imagined riding on a beam of light through space-time. That wasn't logic. That was mental simulation. His mind thrived on paradox, play, and intuition. He famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." Why? Because knowledge is limited. Imagination rewrites the limits. He took long walks to think, played violin to untangle ideas, and he trusted gut feelings long before the math caught up. Modern science would call this default mode network activation, a brain state tied to creativity, introspection, and idea synthesis. But Einstein just called it thinking differently. His brilliance didn't come from what he knew, but how he danced with the unknown. Neuroscience has cracked open the black box of creativity, and what it found might have made Einstein smile. The creative brain isn't some mystical gift. It's a network dance between chaos and control. The default mode network sparks wild, disconnected ideas. Meanwhile, the executive control network filters, shapes, and tests them. In great minds, these two usually conflicting systems learn to collaborate. But here's the twist. The most creative brains are less efficient. They wander, daydream, break patterns. They're noisy, and that's their secret weapon. Studies show that creativity correlates with cognitive disinhibition, a brain's willingness to entertain strange, even wrong ideas. In other words, the same mental clutter that makes you feel distracted might also make you a genius in disguise. Modern neuroscience didn't dethrone Einstein. It decoded him. Einstein's brain wasn't bigger. It wasn't prettier. But it was wired differently. After his death, scientists discovered anomalies. His inferior parietal lobes were 15% larger than average. That's the region linked to visual spatial reasoning and mathematical imagination. But here's the shocker. He lacked a groove most of us have, called the Sylvian fissure. Without it, his brain regions could talk more freely. No fences, no limits. Translation: Einstein's mind was structurally built to blend ideas across domains, physics, music, thought experiments. And it wasn't just anatomy. He practiced mental play, imagining riding a beam of light, breaking thought boundaries just for the thrill of it. Einstein's brain didn't just process logic, it danced with imagination. Modern neuroscience sees this as the core of brilliance. Not more thinking, but more fluid thinking. What if genius is less about IQ and more about mental jazz? Today, neuroscience isn't chasing Einstein. It's redefining what a genius even is. Modern scans show something unexpected. Creativity doesn't come from a single brain region. It emerges from dynamic networks lighting up together. Logic and emotion, memory and imagination, order and chaos, firing in sync like a jazz ensemble. It's called the default mode network, the system that activates when we're daydreaming, not thinking. That's right. Your most brilliant ideas? They often come when you're not trying. And here's the punchline. Einstein's mental play, Science now sees it as optimal cognitive training. Imagination is no longer a luxury, it's neural cross-training. Einstein wasn't a lone genius, he was just ahead of the neuroscience curve. So, is the next Einstein already out there? Or are you one mental shift away? Einstein trusted imagination over knowledge, but he didn't have access to neuroscience. You do. Today, we know that mental flexibility, the ability to switch between analytical and divergent thinking, is trainable. We're not stuck with one cognitive style. Techniques like conceptual blending, cognitive reframing, and even controlled mind wandering have measurable effects on brain plasticity. Neuroscience tells us the brain isn't a fixed machine. It's a living system, shaped by how we use it. So if you've ever thought, "I'm not a genius," science might disagree. You don't need to be Einstein. You just need to build habits that light up the right networks. Read wildly, think sideways, rest deeply, and trust your inner chaos. Because somewhere in that mental mess is a breakthrough waiting to be born. Einstein sparked a revolution. Neuroscience is building the sequel. But the real power, it's not in the theories. It's in your mind. The one you can reshape, rewire, and reimagine. So here's the real question. What will you do with this knowledge? Let your curiosity rebel. Challenge what you believe, and give your brain permission to evolve. If this sparked something in you, don't forget to like, share, and drop your thoughts below. The conversation starts in your mind, but it doesn't have to stay there.